I transmigrated into the body of an emperor commanding 700,000 troops, but on my wedding night, Empress Liu Ruyan straight up locked me out. Give it up. Even if you get my body, you'll never have my heart. I was still processing that when he actually backed off. He looked at me like he was doing me a favor. If you're willing to give the king the title of Marquis, I might consider letting you have a shot at courting me. I turned and quietly asked the little eunuch nearby. Head eunuch Li Fuan dropped to his knees right then and there. Xiao Ziking, your majesty. He was the man the empress had her heart set on before entering the palace. A scholar who failed the imperial exam 3 years straight. Dead broke. No titles. Nothing. So Xiao Ziking was her first love. I snapped my fingers. Someone bring Xiao Ziking here. Drag him to the outside of the royal chambers. Tonight, I want him to watch exactly what goes down between me and the empress. Liu Ruyan could tell something was very wrong. She shot a sharp warning at Yuan Yuan. I'm warning you. If you lay a single finger on Ziking, I will end myself right here. And your wedding night becomes the laughing stock of the entire kingdom. I gave a calm little bow, totally unbothered. Just a moment later, 2 armored guards came in, dragging a frail scholar in a faded, washed-out blue robe. Yep, that was Xiao Ziking. Your Majesty, the commoner has been brought as ordered. The second Liu Ruyan saw what was happening outside, she lost it. Ziking! Yuan Yuan, let him go. If you hurt him even a little, I swear I'll go to war with you. I will never forgive you. Never! Xiao Ziking heard Liu Ruyan's voice and suddenly found his nerve. He started screaming. Ruyan! Ruyan, save me! Your Majesty, please spare me! My relationship with the Empress is completely innocent. We're just old acquaintances, that's it. I didn't even flinch. I walked step by step toward Xiao Ziking, shaking, sobbing, a total mess. Not bad looking, I'll give him that. No wonder he had the Empress completely wrapped around his finger. My tone was flat, no emotion, like I was judging a piece of furniture. I glanced at the guards, clean him up. Don't kill him, then tie him to the pillar outside the royal bedchamber. Tonight, I want him to hear every single thing, watch every single thing, every detail of what happens between me and his precious Ruyan. As for Xiao Ziking himself, his eyes went wide in an instant. And yeah, he wet himself on the spot, but the guards weren't about to let that slide for him. I wrinkled my nose in disgust, frowned and covered my nose with my sleeve. Then I kicked open the door to the chamber. She had both hands, pressed tightly against her chest. My father is the Prime Minister. The Empress Dowager will have you dethroned. The Empress Dowager? I almost savored those 2 words as I kept walking forward. I reached back and shut the door behind me. Just as I reached out, my hand about to touch her trembling shoulder. Right on cue, from outside the chamber, a woman's voice rang out, absolutely seething with fury. Emperor, stop right now. A cold smirk flashed across my eyes, exactly as I expected. Fast, real fast. The chamber door burst open from outside. A crowd of well-dressed palace maids and eunuchs swarmed in, surrounding a woman in a deep plum imperial robe, a jeweled phoenix crown on her head. Regal and commanding, a striking middle-aged woman. It was none other than Empress Dowager Liu. She saw Liu Ruyan cornered and crying her eyes out, nearly completely broken down. Instant fury and heartache flooded her eyes. Emperor, what do you think you're doing? She rushed forward, grabbed Liu Ruyan, who could barely stand, and yanked her close, shielding her like a mother hen, glaring at me like a blade. On your wedding night, you treat the Empress like this? You publicly humiliate a minister's son? Do you have any respect for royal law? Any respect for me as your mother? Any respect for the empire your father left behind? What a performance. High moral ground and everything. Classic. If this were still the original host, the one who feared her, the one who'd fallen completely under Liu Ruyan's spell, he'd already be on his knees begging forgiveness. A total puppet. Seeing her biggest backup arrive, Liu Ruyan immediately cranked up the waterworks even harder. She practically collapsed in the Empress Dowager's arms. Auntie, save me. His Majesty, he's going to kill Ziking. And he tried to force. If you'd come even a second later, Ruyan wouldn't be alive right now. The Empress Dowager gently patted her back to calm her down. Then she turned to me, her eyes going stone cold. Emperor, you have truly broken my heart. This is absolutely disgraceful. Stand down immediately. Release Xiao Ziking and apologize to the Empress, now. As for tonight, I'm willing to chalk this up to you acting out while drunk. I'll let it go, this time. Otherwise, I'll have no choice but to bring out the late Emperor's edict, summon the royal clan and the cabinet elders, and let everyone formally discuss your disgraceful behavior. A threat. A straight-up threat. Pulling rank as an elder, invoking royal law, weaponizing filial piety, even dragging out the late Emperor's edict, and threatening to bring in the clan elders and cabinet. On a normal day, this would have been enough to make the original host fold immediately. In this dynasty's court, reputation and protocol are everything. The air in the chamber went thick as glue. Every servant the Empress Dowager had brought in dropped to their knees in unison, heads down, not daring to look up. Her authority in this moment was on full display. The kind of presence forged through years of holding absolute power, life and death, in her hands alone, an authority no one dared question. But I just stood there, quietly watching them, their little mother-daughter act perfectly in sync. Too fast. The Empress Dowager got here way too fast, way too perfectly timed. Her reaction to Xiao Ziking's situation, the rage she showed, had way more fury in it than surprise. And calling him a minister's son? A 3-time exam failure with 0 connections and no money? What exactly makes him a minister's son? That instinctive defense of him had already crossed a line. That phrase, minister's son, hit like a key turning in a lock. Memories started flooding back. Buried, deliberately blurred, and manipulated memories. The distant feeling that the Empress Dowager wasn't his real mother. The Liu clan's ever-expanding grip, spreading through every corner of the court. Certain things that had been buried for years, about the Empress Dowager having given birth to a prince, who died in infancy, or so they said. Then there was Liu Ruyan, her near-obsessive devotion to Xiao Ziking, way beyond what made any sense, even on her wedding night, throwing out those insane conditions, the kind that could have gotten her burned to the ground. In a flash, the pieces started connecting. Everything clicked. I suddenly started laughing. That quiet, low laugh sounded completely out of place, unsettling. The Empress Dowager was thrown off by my total lack of fear. Emperor, what exactly are you laughing at? Have you completely lost your mind? Do what I said, right now. I stopped laughing and looked up. First, I scanned Liu Ruyan, still shooting daggers at me from behind the Empress Dowager. Then slowly shifted my gaze back to the Empress Dowager's face, forced calm but cracking just a little. You seem very worked up over this Xiao scholar, Your Grace. That's got me curious. I leaned in slightly, like I was asking about nothing important. Just a casual little question, each word slow and deliberate. Is his worthless life somehow more precious than the Empress? The very woman Your Grace handpicked for me? Or is it because... My voice dropped lower, but the danger in it only sharpened, like a snake flicking its tongue. He's actually your own flesh and blood, isn't he? The confidence drained from the Empress Dowager's face instantly. Her pupils contracted hard, just for a split second, barely a blink. But that sudden freeze and the look in her eyes, the sheer terror and panic rising beneath the surface, was answer enough. The hand she had wrapped around Liu Ruyan unconsciously tightened, digging into her arm, hard enough to make Liu Ruyan look up, dazed and scared, staring at her aunt who had just cracked. Every servant kneeling in the chamber pressed their heads even lower, like they wished they could deafen themselves on the spot. Emperor! Emperor! The Empress Dowager's voice cracked completely, trying to drown that moment of exposure in a wave of rage. You're talking nonsense. Are you out of your mind? How dare you slander me like this? Slander my reputation. Someone come! The Emperor is clearly out of his mind! Get him back to his chambers to rest, now. Her personal eunuchs and attendants heard the order, reluctantly started stepping forward, but I shot my hand up hard, cut them off dead in their tracks. Eyes locked on the Empress Dowager, watching that intimidating front of hers. Slander? If he's nobody to you, why would you care this much about some broke, powerless scholar with zero ties to the Liu family? Continues.